What's up, y'all? Welcome. I was just sitting up here watching Martin. And then the episode about Martin that was just on, it was about Martin being attracted to another woman besides Gina. And that inspired a thought. Well, it jogged my memory, really. Because I be trying to talk about things that most of us know about, but isn't common beliefs or common truth or common opinions. And what I wanted to say is that it's okay to be attracted to somebody other than your husband or other than your wife. You know why? Because it's only natural. Especially if you're a good looking person and you speak well. My voice doesn't sound that pleasant, but I know what I'm talking about. I have common sense still. But to a lot of folks in the world, being able to socialize is paramount. Like for real. If you can't speak right or if you don't say the right things, then folks really won't mess with you. So being attractive and being sociable is important to a lot of people when it comes to friendships and then when it comes to sexual romantic relationships. Now what a lot of people don't really know or what they don't behave in is the truth that you could be attracted to somebody other than your partner, and it's almost inevitable. Now, you don't really want to upset whoever you're in a relationship with this truth if you are attracted to somebody else, but I'm not sure how I'm not sure what lengths a person should go to hide it, because then that's how the cheating start. When you start keeping things. But if you look good and you speak well, other people who look good and don't look good are going to be attracted to you. That's the whole thing about attraction. Being attractive means you attract people. You attract people on a sexual level, and you attract people on a mental level, and you attract people on a spiritual level when you're attractive, and of course the social level. Now, when it comes down to being attracted to somebody else other than your partner, that's where fidelity, that's where being faithful comes into play, because then it's your actions that count. Even if the other person is coming on to you, it's your responsibility as someone who was taken to let the other person know that and to make sure that they really respect that. Because some folks who be in relationships, they don't mind it. Like some folks would cheat and be like, well, it is what it is. Other folks will let it happen. That's what I'm saying. Other folks won't really actively cheat, but they'll let it happen. Now, if there's somebody that's attracted to you and you're taken, you need to make sure that person respects that, because some people don't. And that's the reason why some people will find out that another person is in a relationship or another person is in a marriage, and they'll continue to try to get at that person, because some folks actually go for that, you know? Because when it comes down to it, it's about what you're who you're willing and willing not to do. Now, if you're an attractive person and you don't really if you're an attractive person and looks matter to you, you're not about to be in a relationship with or cheat with an ugly person. So if an ugly person is trying to get at you and you're an attractive person, then it's like, I'm not even gonna do it, so it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? But if you're in a relationship and you're attractive and another attractive person comes on to you, and then they actually have a good mind, they have a good mentality, if they know how to flirt, then that's when temptation comes into play. And then a lot of people don't realize that even at that stage, you're not gone yet. It's up to you. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, you have to rely on your significant other to set up boundaries and set a standard to border other people off. And that's one thing I don't play about, especially when you're a man and you're dealing with a woman. If you're a man in a relationship with a woman who's attractive, dude, you are going to have to rely on her to keep other dudes off of her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be too many of them. Some people get that wrong. When people find out that they've been cheated on, they try to go after the other person. You go after the wrong person. I used to watch that show Cheaters, and it tripped me out because of that. Then people will be so mad at the person who cheated with their boyfriend or with their girlfriend. I'm like, no, you need to be mad at your boyfriend or your girlfriend. They out there doing that. So as a man and you have a woman, there's gonna be dudes looking your woman up and down if she's attracted. There's gonna be dudes really trying to get at your woman. Like your woman could tell a dude, like, look, I got a man at home. I don't need nothing else. And there's dudes out there that's gonna act like she don't mean that, because there's some females out there that they'll throw that out. Oh, I got kids. I got a husband, or I got a boyfriend, or I got a baby daddy, and they throw that out there just to pretty much ward other dudes off. But some chicks, they don't mean that. But as a man dealing with an attractive woman, you have to rely on your woman to shut that down. Otherwise, you're gonna be out here tripping over that bra. And then if your woman, if there's some dude trying to get at your woman, and she let him know for real that she ain't going for it, and he still keep coming after her, that's where you as a man step in. But don't be one of those people who just be out there trying to keep other people from getting with your significant other. That goes for you women too. Don't be out here trying to fight no broad over your man. It's your man's responsibility to let these other women know that he's taking and he ain't going for that. Because you will be attracted to other attractive people, even if you are in a relationship. And it's only natural. Sometimes it may be a little bit of flirting going on here, or a little bit of flirting going on there, or sometimes it may be that you're attracted to somebody out of mutual respect. Because sometimes when you're a man or you're a woman that's worthy of a good relationship, you might meet another man or a woman who's worthy of a good relationship. Y'all both got your own relationships, but as men and women who are worthy of a good thing, y'all can have respect for somebody else who's worthy of a good relationship. Because I feel like it's humanly natural to expect to fall in love or to fall in like. Actually, my opinion, falling in like is one of the more pleasurable parts of life. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Is that some folks act like just because you like somebody that means something. You could like somebody, that don't mean nothing. Just because you like somebody, I don't mean something has to happen. You know what I'm saying? I had that happen too before. You met chicks. I met chicks where we would flirt with each other, but the vibe to be together just wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? And I also met chicks where I liked them and they liked me, but it's just something was missing. When it comes to relationships, there are different standards between just flirting with somebody. And that's what some people say about sex in general. Like, well, I had sex with that person just because they're sexy or they're handsome. But then again, my opinion is that when it comes down to sex, sex is pleasurable, it's natural, but it's also sacred. Sex is a sacred act, so I don't believe people should just be giving themselves away to whoever. If you like to have sex and you have a lot of sexual partners, that's on you. You do your thing. But at the same time, that's also a very important part of relationships. Some relationships are difficult because of the lack of sex, and then catch this one. Some relationships are difficult because there's too much sex. People value sex differently. You know what I'm saying? People value when it comes to being in a relationship with people, that's where the values are pretty much put under a microscope. So when a person wants to be in a relationship with you, they're gonna view sex differently. They're gonna view attraction differently. The way you speak, the way you handle yourself away around others, they're gonna view you differently. And then you have people who try to compare themselves to somebody other than their partners. You got people that be in a relationship with somebody, and then the person that they're in a relationship would be like, well, I don't like when a woman has excessive tattoos. And then their woman be like, well, you hang out with this one chick, she has a bunch of tattoos. Why you hang out with her? Oh, she's just a friend. What you mean by that? That means that you're my woman. I'm not holding her to the same standard I'm holding you to. You think I'll let her be my woman with all those tattoos? No, no, no. That's why you're my woman. And that's another example that I'm talking about, is how when you get into a relationship, there are different standards. Okay? And just because you're in a relationship, you could be attracted to somebody else, but you got to remember your standards. And then more importantly, you got to remember the person that you're with and why you're with them. If you really feel that you're done with somebody in a relationship that you need to cheat, I recommend that you don't cheat first. I recommend that you get out that relationship and then go looking in general for a different partner. And that's what a lot of people do. They be in relationships with somebody else, and then they constantly be attracted to this person, then be attracted to that person, and then it's like, okay, that's natural. As long as you don't do nothing, it's all good. But then they'd be looking for another relationship while they still in a relationship. Yeah, this stuff is so crazy. It's just that people don't really want you to think that they're cheating or really want you to dwell on the fact that you're cheating. But people do that all the time. They be in a relationship looking to get into another relationship. Now I feel like you just go ahead and get out that first relationship and then find somebody else. Okay? But nothing's wrong with being attracted to somebody else when you're in a relationship with somebody else. It's the actions that follow that attraction. It's the actions that follow that attract. It's the actions that follow that attraction that lead to infidelity. Okay? Super random video. Outro.